PNC Park in Pittsburgh. Look, the sun is shining. Yeah, the Pirates and the Houston Astros ready to play ball. The finale of this three-game series turns out to be the rubber match. Buccos winning game one, the Astros taking last night's game, and boy, it's nice to see no rain here in the Berg. Greg Brown along with Bob Walk, and it's really nice to see Ryan Ludwig. He is back in the starting lineup after spending 15 days on the disabled list.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering when he came back, what they were going to do. They got a lot of outfielders, but then Jose Tavera on the shelf for a while, so Ryan Ludwig is going to play right field. He has been in left most of the time, obviously. We'll see what he's doing over there in right, and it kind of tells us a little bit about what they think of Presley. They're going to leave Presley in left. But what Ludwig does give you, as you just saw, it gives you a little bit more power in that lineup tonight.
His 15 games with the mid-back muscle spasms, really didn't have to go on the DL, as it turns out, but got a chance to get that swing back at AAA Indianapolis. And in fact, Clint Hurdle talked about that, so hopefully good things offensively from Ryan Ludwig and the Pirates tonight. And Brian Burris is looking for some offensive support. He'll make his second straight start.
Yeah, did a great job in that first one. Anytime you get a chance to pitch in front of the new manager, now of course Clint's been here all year, but this is the first shot he has got to see Burris in action. It's important to show him what you can do. Burris did that. He's going to try and double that up now this evening.
Brian Burris on the hill against Jay Happ. This is tonight's pitching matchup. Jay Happ this season 5-15, and ERA nearing 6.
He's having a bad year, but he sure looked good against us last time.
It's Happ against Burris, a couple of left-handers, as the Pirates and Astros meet in the concluding game of this three-game series. Hopefully we can keep the rain gear in the closets. The Pirates and the Astros coming up next on Root Sports. We are just about ready to play ball as Brian Burris will face center fielder Jason Bourgeois. Rubber match of the series, the final game of the season series between these two clubs. Wait till 7:05 here. Just about ready to start this ball game with Bourgeois hitting .287. 1 homer and 13 runs batted in. Facing Brian Burris, his second straight start. Pitched well in his first time out. And a strike at the knees.
Well, definitely a good guy to keep off the bases, start the ball game. Bourgeois can run like the wind. Speaking of the wind, kind of a cold wind blowing tonight, isn't there? No,
cold?
Just kidding.
They just announced 72 degrees, Steve.
I was just kidding.
Our text poll question tonight, our DQ text poll. Do you want Bob Walk to talk about the weather?
That's why I said
for 9 innings.
I saw the text poll last night. That was nice. A lot of response too. 7,000.
Over 7,000 people texting that. A very popular question. An easy play for Neil Walker.
That's what you wanted right there. Quick out.
We'll have a DQ text poll question for you a bit later on. Bourgeois is retired now. Jimmy Paredes will be followed by J.D. Martinez. Carlos Lee is the cleanup man. Matt Downs in second. Jason Michaels, the veteran in right. Clint Barmas, the veteran shortstop. Roberto Quintero and Jay Happ facing Brian Burris.
Burris's numbers on that first start, 5 1/3. Only gave up the 1 run. Threw a lot of strikes, had a walk, struck out 5.
That was against the Cubs at Wrigley. Paredes 3 for 4 last night.
Probably seen Burris up here a little bit this year if we would have ever got any kind of injuries in our starting rotation. The rotation really stayed very healthy. Easy second out. The rotation stayed really intact all through the first 4 months of the season, so you didn't really dip into that rotation depth you have at AAA, but Burris one of those guys that gave you that down there.
His numbers there at AAA. This is his second season in the Pirates organization. Formerly a 31st round pick of the Giants in 2000. Might have broken Martinez's bat, but he'll drop it in there for a hit. Presley over quickly, and he'll hold Martinez to a single.
When the season starts, you have 5 starters, but really you probably have about 8. Maybe have 1 in your bullpen, 2 more down at AAA. You see that ball in the strike zone presented by Range Resources was in off the plate. Got him right on the handle.
Martinez, who went 0 for 4 the opening game of the series. One of these young players, rookie players in the lineup. The trio that we talked about a lot in Houston and the first couple of games of this series, the trio that bypassed AA. Martinez, Paredes, and Altuve.
The good news about that, when you have players that jump a level like that, to do that, they're usually pretty good, or they wouldn't be given that opportunity. Jose Guillen, going back years here, was given an opportunity to make that jump. He turned out to be a pretty good player. John Smiley jumped AA and AAA, came from A-ball. Turned out to be a pretty darn good player. Won 20 games for us.
Well, hit pretty deep to left field. This is trouble for Presley, nearing the wall, and it's gone. On a 1-1 pitch, Carlos Lee hits home run number 15 and gives Houston a 2-0 lead in the first.
I definitely hit that ball location-wise in the right spot. That's where the fence angles in sharply. It's very shallow down our left field line. Just tucked it inside the pole by about maybe 15-20 feet. Ball down and in. Could see his eyes glance down. What he was looking at was Presley. He wanted to try and read the flight of the ball by seeing what Presley was trying to do.
Oh, this is crushed.
Better hook. Hook.
It's hook. But bang, the foul pole. A home run, back-to-back pitches. Matt Downs gives Houston a 3-0 lead. Ball was absolutely blistered.
Yeah, this was no doubt. It didn't matter. He hit it down the line where it's shallow. Absolutely smoked it. Hoping he had enough side spin on that to get it in foul territory. It was hooking hard. Just didn't quite make it. Here it is. You can follow the flight of the ball, see it start to hook back toward foul territory. Just could not make it. Now, if the foul pole was probably another 10, 15 feet deeper, that ball would have been foul. It would have hooked in front of the pole, but because it's not very far down that line, it didn't make it. You must have a microphone right inside that foul pole. Thing's been hit about 3 times.
We'll have to ask Ricky Kubia, a sound man, and that ball hit well, but that's not going to travel to the wall as Ludwig makes the catch approaching the warning track. A base hit by Martinez and then back-to-back home runs off Burris, 3-0 early.
Definitely worth the click. And by PNC, for the achiever in you. Let's go, Bucks!
Well, that's a pretty sight right there. Blue skies. Good to see them again. Check out the Toyota starting lineup for the Pirates. Alex Presley, Josh Harrison, Andrew McCutchen, 1, 2, 3. Then it's Derek Lee, Neil Walker, and Ryan Ludwig. Adi Cedeno, Michael McHenry, Brian Burris against the lefty, Jay Happ, who has lost 15 games this season. Presley looks for his first hit of this series. 0 for 7. Still batting .308.
Happ likes to work upstairs. He'll try and induce a lot of flyouts and throw real hard. He's not overpowering at all. High 80s. And he will throw a lot of fastballs. And a lot of times you get guys that are in the high 80s with their number 1, and you see a lot of change-ups and curves, sliders, that sort of thing. But he'll stick with that fastball a lot. Here comes another one. Wants it inside. And put it right on the corner. Take a look at the strike zone presented by Range Resources. Has it right at the knees, inside half. Ed Rapuano with the right hand.
Jay Happ now faces Josh Harrison. Happ went 7 innings of 3-hit shutout ball against the Pirates a week ago down in Houston. Strike 1 on Harrison. Harrison had one of the 4 hits for the game for the Pirates. 2-2 on Harrison, back in the starting lineup. Pedro Alvarez did return to the big leagues yesterday, along with a handful of other players. Alvarez against the right-hander. Brett Myers started at third base, and he was 0 for 3. Did have a line out to right field, but continues to be a work in progress. Harrison bounces that ball to shortstop Clint Marmis. 2 outs.
We were talking earlier about how he's not pitched well this year, but last time did a good job against the Pirates. You're going to see, again, a lot of fastballs. There's nothing really tricky about this guy. He just moves the fastball in, out, keeps it up a lot. Likes to get flyouts. Got a bunch of strikeouts that night. Of course, those games down in Houston, we had a lot of strikeouts, period. Just going to make it out of here, isn't it?
Andrew McCutchen absolutely crushes an opposite field home run toward the Riverwalk to get the Pirates on the board.
I was looking at the seats, and that ball cleared everything.
His 21st.
Now that's a display of opposite field power if I ever saw it. Wow. A little bit of breeze kind of blowing a little in, if anything. That was all McCutchen.
Derek Lee takes ball 1. 21 homers for McCutchen now on the season. 82 RBIs.
Ball's up and away. And where that ball landed, it's way back there. But that ball hit the wall in the back on the Riverwalk. The limestone wall in the very back. That's where that ball landed. Left-handers don't hit him out there very often. That's one of the longest home runs opposite field that we've seen a right-hander hit here. I can't, I know there's probably been a couple, but to get out there on that back wall, wow.
Another look. This is going to be an estimated 417 feet the other way. Derek Lee down on strikes, but Andrew McCutchen, a bomb to right center, gets the Pirates on the board. It's 3-1.
Let's take a look at the home run. Watch the pitch, the location. Check a look at the strike zone presented by Range Resources. Up and away And we've seen him do this about 5 or 6 times, maybe more this year. The up and away fastball, drive it hard the other direction. And he smoked that out there. Didn't quite get out to the limestone wall like I thought it was. We've seen a replay here. Went off that gentleman's hands in the black shirt and then bounced back to the limestone wall. But still, that was a mammoth shot. Trying to think, he hit 3 off the Astros down there, didn't he, this season to right field?
I know he's hit a couple of them to right field, back to back, in fact.
In Cincinnati, 1 or 2. Guys like to pitch him away, but if you're going to pitch him away, it's got to be down and away. You get it maybe mid-thigh down to the knees, probably do some good work there against Kutch, but there's that limestone wall that I was talking about.
Ronnie Cedeno kind of missed timing. His backhand play there appeared. It'll be a base hit. Well, tonight's DQ fan poll question of the game. Which current Bucko do you think could be a great leader in 2012? Text 1 for Neil Walker, 2 for McCutchen, 3 for Ryan Domit, 4 for Derek Lee. Again, text your answer to 412-412. Everyone who participates has a chance to win a DQ cake that is so good it's ridiculous. Message and data rates may apply. 412-412. Text 1 for Walker, 2 for McCutchen, 3 for Domit, 4 for Derek Lee. 412-412. Our DQ fan poll question of the game. Current Pirate you think could be a great leader in 2012. And we're assuming that Domit, if he were to return, if Lee were to return, you know McCutchen and Walker will be here. And right now the early lead for McCutchen.
So I think the other two guys, I think it's up in the air of whether they will be on the team next year. I think it has to be the McCutchen and Walker. And Walker's I think he's got some natural leadership skills. I think McCutchen, he's a little quieter, but at the same time, you talk about leading by example. Well, really, both do that when it comes down to it. You can't go wrong with a vote to either one of those two guys.
I guess we should state it differently. Let's say, assuming all four are back next year, who could be a great leader among those 4? Let's just assume,
I think,
for the sake of argument, assume they're all 4 coming back.
Then I think you're going to have to throw a lot of votes Lee's way because he's been around and done it for so many years. He's put up great offensive numbers. He's one of the better players of the last decade. If Lee is back on the team, then I think a lot of these players will be looking toward him.
I think it's one of the reasons why they're putting the full court press on Derek Lee. And Clint Hurdle talked about it the other day. We asked him, have you ever been on a winning team or around a winning team that doesn't have at least a veteran offensively in the lineup? And his response was basically, have you looked it up? I said, not that I can think of. And he talked about the years with the Rockies and Todd Helton, of course. Cedeno, a second chance. Ball comes up. It's a bad little hop on him there. And that'll be a base hit. Quintero singles up the middle. Hurdle was also talking about Cedeno before the game and the shortstop position. Talking about how he's seen some good things.
Well, that did take a bad hop up on him. It looked like it bounced maybe in somebody's cleat mark.
If you're questioning whether, to me, that's a more legit hit even than the other one, because of that bad hop. Now Jay Happ will try and bunt the runners 90 feet. Takes a strike, but Hurdle was saying that in Cedeno's case, they've seen some improvement in some areas. Times where the game gets away from him defensively, but overall, you check the metrics out, pretty solid. They're going to try to get even a better look the rest of the way at Chase Darno, who Hurdle says is a young man that doesn't think there's a play he cannot make. At times he makes a play defensively where you go, wow. And then there are times like last night, a routine double play ball that comes up on him. Could the Pirates look outside? Externally, Ertl said, yep, that's still possible. I think that's an option.
It's certainly one of the more difficult positions to fill. It's a tough one to do. You see how the voting is moving along. Walker and McCutcheon still neck and neck.
Looked like Ed Rapuano. Most umpires don't really mind if Dave Clark comes marching down toward the batter's box, but I guess in this case Ed Rapuano is calling Clark out on it. Clark, maybe the most mobile third base coach in all of baseball. He'll march practically toward the dirt circle at home plate, and apparently Rapuano is telling him not to do it.
I think it's a time thing. Wants to keep the game moving along.
The umpires were wanting to do that the first two games of this series. Foul ball. Home plate umpire Ed Rapuano emphatic about that.
It was close. McHenry did a good job. He definitely was very emphatic about that call. Now, they don't continue the line through the batter's box, so the umpire kind of has to guess at it a little bit. You can see the foul line.
That's a fair ball. Going to give it another shot. There's one, and no relay from Harrison there. So Happ with 2 strikes bunts the ball, and the force at third. With 2 strikes, it'll be fielder's choice.
2 in a row he left right there. See, the foul line actually does come through the batter's box to the back end of the plate. Here it made no difference because it was right out in front of the plate. Perfect throw. Look at that.
Michael McHenry to Josh Harrison. Jason Bourgeois takes ball 1. He grounded out to second baseman Neil Walker to start the ball game. Brad Mills had lefty Jordan Schaefer start in center field the first couple of games. Brian Bogusevic in right field.
A little bit of a tough time last night.
And Schaefer with 3 strikeouts, 0 for 4 in the ball game, plus a walk. Bourgeois hitting .286.
Might be what they decide to do next year for the center field situation. Both guys can run a little bit, one left-handed, one right-handed. Could be a platoon out there.
Now it's 3-0 on Bourgeois with 1 away, and on deck it's Jimmy Paredes and Dave Clark.
Burr's really slowing things down now. Now going to look for his first sign. See Clark. He's just past the end of that coach's box. Parrott also giving his signs.
Any idea? I know you oftentimes you'll know what those signs are. Any clue?
Parrott just gave him the throw strike 2 sign. Oh, and he did.
Do it again, Parrott.
He might give something else here. Let me see what he's going to
see. Either Burris or McHenry will look over at the Parrot.
Yeah, the Parrot's giving his signs to Burris. Oh, yeah. See that right there? See how he moved the belly? That's the indicator. The belly means it's going to be third sign. Third sign, that was, I believe that was the pop-up sign. He gave him the pop-up sign.
Yeah.
That's the pop-up sign. Yep. There it is.
Fly ball to left, pops it up. That's a pop-up.
Yeah, popped it up deeply.
Two outs.
Worked like a pop-up. Good job, Parrot. Dave telling his runners 2 outs. That's another thing that's always mind-boggling about runners forgetting the outs. They are constantly told by the coaches constantly how many outs there are.
And yet
they'll forget.
Jimmy Paredes batting from the right side against the lefty Burris. Bounced to Josh Harrison in the first inning.
The Parrot quit giving signs. He thinks his work is done.
He thinks that Burris can handle this on his own.
I guess once again, got him to 2 outs. That's what he's thinking, apparently. Take a look at the strike zone presented by Range Resources. Little curve ball, broke it right in the back door.
Two.
Next pitch off the plate inside.
Blocked by McHenry, pitch down and in.
Fort put up the wall that time.
One-two pitch. And out of play. Barrel Automotive League leaders. National League highest batting averages against left-handers, and the Astros right behind Cincinnati. Reds batters hitting .284 collectively against Southpaws. Astros .269.
Look at the Padres being in there.
Barrel Automotive definitely worth the click. The Astros are 17-24 when the opponent starts a lefty. And this lefty, Brian Burris, strikes out Jimmy Paredes. 3-1 Houston. ranks. And tell us what you think on Facebook.com/RootSportsPit after the show tomorrow night, 6:30, here on Root Sports. IPB. Neil Walker will lead off the bottom of the second. 2 for 4 last night. Walker, Ludwig, Cedeno against the lefty Jay Happ. One ball, one strike. Two and one. Popped up and be out of play. Goes to 2 and 2. Alberto Quintero back to take a look.
Pretty flashy looking gear he's got. I guess not flashy, but very
stealth,
high tech looking. The flat black and the way the chest protector kind of blends in with the helmet. Very stylish.
Three and two on the Pirates' second baseman.
You've got a black glove.
Deep to left field, but all short. Martinez will make the catch. Walker retired on the fly to left.
Take a look at the strike zone presented by Range Resources, up and in. And look at the trajectory. I thought maybe he got that Happ. He thought he got it. His reaction. All went out there and lost steam.
I imagine any Astros pitcher that gives up a long ball to left field thinks he's a little gun shy.
Yeah. In
Minute Maid Park.
In Houston, that ball's so far out, it's not funny. That's why it just blows my mind away that Carlos Lee has only 15 home runs on the entire season, including the one he hit tonight. Chip shot to left field in his home ballpark.
Ludwig back tonight. Carlos Lee.
Ludwig would do a lot of damage in that ballpark if he played there a lot. He's got close to the same amount of home runs as Carlos Lee's had, and he's played all year in the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
And this place is not exactly home run friendly to right-hand hitters.
Eight of Carlos Lee's 15 homers are at home this season. Ball one on Cedeno. Chase Darno started it short last night. Opening game of the series, Cedeno was 0 for 2. On a strike on Cedeno. Jose Tabata. They found a bone was broken in the knuckle, that left hand. He rested for 10 days. Treatment.
If that comes from all the knuckle bump things they do nowadays. What do you think?
Could be. Could be. Heavy pounding on the knuckles. One-two count. Snap throw by Quintero. Ludwig dives back.
Like it was going to be close for a moment. Quick throw. If that ball is closer to the bag, they might have a chance. But look how high it is. It's head high, long way to have to bring the tag. Ludwig's got his fingers in there.
And Carlos Lee will have an easy play just behind the first base bag. Cedeno pops up, brings up Michael McHenry. Ryan Doumit started the first 2 games of the series behind home plate. McHenry was 0 for 6 in the series against the Cubs at Wrigley. Michael McHenry will remember Jay Happ forever. First hit in the big leagues was against this left-hander back in June. Happ, the former Philly.
Do you remember him pitching with the Phillies to where you remember his velocity?
I do not. Whether it was, you mean,
Oh,
more so
yeah,
than this?
yeah. If he was like more of a low 90s guy instead of the high 80s.
My guess, my inclination would be, yeah, he was a low 90s guy.
There's obviously a big difference in his numbers since he's gone to Houston. I wonder if he just lost some speed off the fastball.
He was a big part, obviously, of the trade. Roy Oswalt dealt to Philadelphia July 29th of last year, and the Astros got a couple of other minor leaguers, including Anthony Gose, who they traded to Toronto. But he was a 12-game winner for the Phillies in 2009, was 12-4. 35 appearances, 23 starts 2 years ago. Michael McHenry's base hit June 15th, his first at bat against Jay Happ that night.
I kind of thought when they got to Happ that wasn't a bad trade for Houston. Oswalt getting a little older, and after watching Happ that first year, at least looking at his statistics, they got a good young pitcher, but it hadn't been like that since he's an Astro.
Yeah, I think the Astros are certainly thinking the same thing when they got him. Here's that first hit. June 15, 2011 at Minute Maid Park. Michael McHenry had been acquired the day before.
Remember his first home run. What was that special? Maybe, I think, in fact, that was one of our text poll questions earlier. But, dramatic moments against the Cubs.
Well, in talking about the shortstop position with Clint Hurdle, of course, you can also discuss that catching position next year, what it will look like for the Pirates. Chris Snyder has said he's done for this season. Pirates have an option for him. Don't know where Doumit's future lies. It's a different look, huh?
Not a bad seat in the house.
That's what really makes that neat. Between pitches, just take a look and soak that in, huh?
That's why
really cool.
I mean, this ballpark has really become famous all around the country because of that right there.
Brian Burris.
Let's see if Burris can help himself out. A little 2-out RBI maybe. I think there's going to be a lot of questions, Greg, for the Pirates. You're talking about behind the plate. Who knows about Domet? What they're going to do. We had counted him out this time last year. They had brought in Snyder. It looked like Domet was gone. And then they didn't get traded during the offseason. Went to spring training. We thought for sure he would get traded in spring training. Didn't. And here it is, September again, and you just saw it. He's sitting over there in that dugout and hitting the heck out of the ball right now too. So it's hard to tell. Jonesy next to him. What's his future with the team? I've said for a good 2-3 weeks now, it's not in the outfield. I know he's played some outfield of late, but I just can't see that happening anymore.
We take a look at our DQ text poll question.
Domet's
Still ongoing.
in second place.
How about that?
Well, Domet definitely is a guy that other players look up to. I mean, he's got the. I mean,
he's got the makeup.
He's a gamer. He's a guy that the players will gather around.
The big question with him is that can he put a whole healthy year together?
Yeah, that's what I was going to go to next.
Answer it clearly. If he were to be a healthy player, he could be definitely a strong leader.
That's the kind of the one thing to me that really stands out with Walker and McCutchen. You can't get those guys off the field.
Yeah.
I mean, McCutchen, when he got hit the other day, had the fluoroscopy or whatever going in, looking at his hand. We thought, oh, well, he'll be out for a couple of days. No, he's in the lineup the next morning. That's one of the things that players will look to McCutchen for. Is, hey, he's in there every day.
It's hard to be a leader if you're not in there every day.
He goes to the post. Yeah, you gotta not be hurt.
It's 412-412 if you want to get on board our DQ text poll question tonight. Assuming all four of those players are back, text 1 for Walker. Who would be a great leader in 2012? Walker, McCutchen, Domet, Lee. 1 for Walker, 2 for McCutchen, 3 for Domet, 4 for Lee. All popped up toward the left fielder, but he's not going to get there, nor is the third baseman Paredes. It's Martinez coming in, Paredes going out. Well, Brian Burris making it a little bit tough here on Jay Happ, trying to put his mound opponent away. A 1-out walk to Ludwig, and then a 2-out walk to McHenry. Burris is 4 for 29 at the plate in his career, a .138 average. 8th pitch of this at bat coming up. One hopper and a tough little play there, but Barmas keeps it in front on the first to retire Burris. We have played 2, and the Astros lead by a pair.
to the third, J.D. Martinez will lead things off for the Astros, and the rookie had a month to remember back in August. In fact, he had 28 runs batted in. That was 1 RBI shy of the rookie record. Now, let me tell you about the member of the Pittsburgh Pirates who had the most ever in Pirates history as a rookie. That's easy. Wally Westlake, who had 29. That's right, the MLB record, 29 in July of 1947. More recently, Dave Justice and Todd Helton had 29 as well. But Wally Westlake with 29 as a rookie back in 1947. Guys?
All right, Dan, I think that John Wayner would like to have heard that. I hope he's tuned in. He likes that old history stuff. Wally Westlake played for the Bucks 1947 through 1951. J.D. Martinez, certainly a month to remember. Brian Burris now, his second straight start.
Well, that's exactly the kind of stuff that Houston's looking for right now. They're trying to rebuild that club. Young guys that are going to be part of the answer for them. Certainly looks like Martinez could be. So he's cooled off this month.
Just turned 24. Miami native, 20th round pick by the Astros out of Nova Southeastern University in Davie, Florida. Two-0 count. Hope you're watching. Last week on the road, Lacey Collins talked about how J.D. Martinez works out over the winter with former Pirate Jackie Hernandez. And how important he has been to his career. 3-0 on J.D. Martinez now, leading off the third with Carlos Lee on deck. Martinez a 2-out single in the first. Two as Burris tries to come back.
But hitters always have the little things they have to do. Look at Martinez when he gets ready. He puts up the number 1 finger there. See that? Every swing.
There's a nice play on the backhand, and well done by Ronnie Cedeno.
Nice throw. Very good. Into the bat a little bit. Ronnie a chance to get over there. Puts down the right foot. Lee, who
it's a big target.
Yeah, he can really reach up there and help you out a little bit. That throw might have been a little high to most guys.
He is all of 6'5", 240. Derek Lee. You got to get up next to him.
It's a well-maintained 240.
Yeah.
Even though he's getting closer to the end of his career, he still looks like he's in his 20s.
Turned 36 years old yesterday. Two 2-1 count. Carlos Lee is 35 years old. Another ball hit to Cedeno. This one even more routine. A couple of ground ball outs for Brian Burris to begin the third inning. Matt Downs crushed his 8th home run of the season following the Carlos Lee dinger.
Downs has been incredibly valuable coming off the bench this year as a pinch hitter. Must hate starting.
Overall, his last 16 games, pinch hitting and starting, batting .412. That's where the home run pitch was delivered.
The pitch he saw.
2-0 on Matt Downs. Just his 6th hit in 23 at-bats this season against the Pirates. So McCutchen coming in and glides in to make the play. And 1-2-3 go the Astros. Head to the bottom half of inning number 3. 3-1 Houston.
Pirates Baseball on Root Sports is sponsored by Day Automotive. We're going to make your day. Let's go, Bucks.
There's a 3-1 lead for Houston. Bottom of the 3rd. Top of the Bucko batting order. Alex Presley, Josh Harrison, Andrew McCutchen against Jay Happ. Ball 1 on Presley, who struck out looking in the 1st. Send along our best to Mike Adrian, who's watching tonight, one of the PNC Park ballpark maintenance workers. Hope Mike's back off the DL soon. A 2-1 count on Alex Presley. And 3-1. Happ walked a pair in the 2nd. There's a strike. 15 losses this season for Jay Happ, matching Hiroki Kuroda of the Dodgers for the most in the National League. And an outside shot at 20. Of course, something he wants to avoid at all costs. He strikes out Presley, coming back from being behind in the count.
Boy, Alex did such a good job that at bat of laying off everything, getting himself ahead in the strike zone, and then the furthest ball out of the strike zone he saw the entire at bat, that's the one he swings at.
Go figure.
For strike 3. It was a tough at bat for Alex. Man.
Josh Harrison bounced to Clint Barmas in the 1st inning.
He's going to get a quick pitch right there, but he didn't take his eye off of him.
Another grounder to Barmas. Brings up Andrew McCutchen, who homered in the 1st inning. Will Check out the key matchup of the day from our friends at Day Automotive. Here, Andrew McCutcheon career against Happ. His second career home run in the first inning off this lefty in this season against Southpaws. Tied for first in the National League. 9 home runs off left-handed pitching. We'll keep an eye on this matchup throughout the day, throughout the game, and we're going to make your day. Thanks, Day Automotive.
I sure like those numbers against Happ. You're getting a fairly good number of at-bats, too, that starts to become very meaningful when you get up there that high. It was a 7 for 20, wasn't it?
Yes. Take a look at the home run.
Threw him up and away, and the ball went up and away. Way out. Looked like Andrew had the green light there, 3-0. If the ball was the spot he was looking, he was going to pull the trigger.
It's under this one.
I think that's where he was looking. He just got under it, as you said. It was a good spot for him to drive out of here.
Still 3-1.
For details and by AT&T. Let's go Bucks.
AT&T Mobility Trivia question tonight is this. Neil Walker has 79 ribbies this season. Who holds the Pirates' single-season record for RBIs by a second baseman? Any guesses, Bob?
I'll give you one in just a moment there. What do you think? We had a similar question to this, didn't we? No, there was something that I guessed Johnny Ray at this year.
Yes.
I guess it wasn't RBIs, though.
I think it was RBIs.
This is a repeat question?
No. That question was the last second baseman to have 80 RBIs. 80. And he didn't have 80, as I recall. But weren't we talking about this almost 2 months ago about Walker approaching 100 RBIs?
Wally Westlake.
Was Louis?
Just kidding.
Was Louis Bierbauer a second baseman? Soft pop to Derek Lee. Retires Jason Michaels. Now Burris faces Barmas.
Dave Cash? Ready, Stennett?
I don't think so. I'm inclined to say something like Maz, obviously. Jeff King, did he play second base for an entire year?
No, not for a year. Played some second base, but never like that for a season.
Freddie Sanchez.
Oh, yeah, I think maybe that was the answer. Freddie Sanchez.
The last second baseman to have 80 RBIs. Question is that the Pirate team record? 83 or somewhere around there, maybe 85. Or did Maz drive in as many as close to 90 one year?
Did he? No?
I'm wondering.
Oh.
Now Barmas drives one deep to left field. This is a no-doubter.
By that short wall.
Way gone. Clint Barmas, third home run of the night for Houston, and they get that run back. Pirates had gotten one back on the McCutchen dinger. Barmas is 10th. (4-1) Stros.
Down the pipe. Burris. He knows it. He saw his reaction.
Quintero goes after one way downstairs.
Right about there as a pitcher, you're like, okay. You don't even want to watch. Sometimes it happens before that. Sometimes you know it as the ball comes out of your hand. I'm not going to want to see this.
One in the dirt, and McHenry is stunned for a moment, and he's not able to move. So the ball caroms all the way toward the dugout. Burris was the only hope.
Got his throwing hand.
Strikeout, wild pitch.
Not sure he was going to be able to go that far anyway. There's the hand. He gets it down there to try and help out. Oh, it hit the forearm, it looks like. I don't think it hit his hand, Greg.
Nope.
His hand behind the glove. It hit him in the forearm. Yeah, the hand got in behind the glove. It came up and hit him in the side of the wrist.
Gonna be all right.
He's going to ask to make a couple throws.
Goes to Harrison a couple of times.
Yeah.
Let me throw with him. All right. Because I'm going to gun it to him.
Yeah, he fired it down to Harrison. Didn't want to play burnout with the pitcher. Guess he never saw Tony Pena catch.
Pena didn't take anything off.
No, he pretty much threw it back harder at you than you threw it at him.
Sacrifice goes 1-4.
A little bit better bunt than his last attempt. Left that ball right on top of the plate just about.
That brings up Jason Bourgeois. We were talking about some of the players back in those mid-'80s years. Bob, of course, played and pitched for the Pirates back then. Tony Pena, and sad news, the passing of former Pirates team president Mac Prine. A moment of silence before the game. I thought really, Bob, he was a very underrated figure in Pirates history because they needed someone desperately to kind of stabilize the organization after it underwent the ownership change from the Galbraith family to a consortium of Pittsburgh businesses. And he was president of Ryan Holmes, and Ryan Holmes was an investor, part of that consortium, and they decided to make him the team president. And he meant so much for the Pirates in a short amount of time, just a couple of years. He hired Sid Thrift, who hired Jim Leland. That led to those division titles in the early 90s. I think an unsung hero, Mac Prine. And for me personally, I wouldn't be here tonight without Mac's guidance.
Probably none of us would be here because there wouldn't be a Pittsburgh Pirate.
Base hit to right field. Quintero going to try? No, they're going to hold up the slow-footed catcher. Pirates get a break there. And the base hit by Bourgeois, putting runners at the corners.
Yeah, there's a handful of men that you can say without them there would be no Pittsburgh Pirates, and Mac Prine was one of those guys.
Agreed. So our thoughts, our condolences go out to Mac's widow Barbara and his children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren. A great man, Mac Prine, passing away at the age of 83. He will be missed. A dear friend and a great, great leader.
And I was excited to get called up to Indianapolis, and so you can imagine getting called up to the major leagues is even more of an excitement. So no, I'm ready to go. I'm excited. I'm pumped up. I'm ready to get on that mound and throw some heaters.
And here he comes, a 26-year-old, 6'7", 233-pound native of Stamford, Connecticut, Jared Hughes, out of Long Beach State. Very impressive year at AAA. Selected from Indianapolis on Tuesday, 3-1 at 2.11 ERA and 35 relief appearances. Started the year at AA Altoona, so those numbers were combined that you saw on the screen. He was 3-4 with a 4.09 ERA, made 11 starts for the Curve. Ball bounced right back to him, and his major league debut was quick. Quick one pitch out for Paredes. Piece of cake.
That's a big man there.
Yeah.
Everybody's like chest
way
high
up
to him. Yeah.
Strike on Derek Lee. Pirates now trail 4-1. Brian Burris goes 3 2/3, gives up the 4 runs, 3 homers. Ball to strike on Lee. Lee, Walker, Ludwig. Derek Lee hit .246, a dozen homers, 41 runs batted in this season for Baltimore. Signed as a free agent over the winter. 1-year deal with the Birds, traded to the Pirates and playing in his 10th game with Pittsburgh. So far, 4 homers, 10 runs batted in for Derek Lee in a Pirates uniform. Homered in the opening game of the series. That was in on him, but he's strong enough to get a knock into left. AT&T Mobility Trivia question involving Neil Walker. And with his 79 RBIs, we wonder who holds the Pirates' single-season record for ribbies by a second baseman.
And we don't know.
Johnny Ray. How about George Grantham? 96 in 1930. Well, that was one for Rock.
Well, the Gypsy just said he texted the answer.
Really?
So he knew that.
He knew that.
Yeah.
He makes fun of those. And anything that a little tyke, he says, can't answer, he doesn't care for. So this has to be history within the last 5 years for John, for it to be a really good question.
Current events. That's what we need to rename it.
Yeah. So George Boots Grantham was the answer.
What was that, 1930?
Played for the Pirates from 1925 through 1931.
What was his nickname? Boots?
Boots.
Anybody play back then didn't have?
Oh, they all had nicknames, yeah. But how about a perfect nickname for this guy?
Boots.
Boots Walker.
Boots Walker. Wow. Especially if he breaks Boots' record.
Yeah. We'll have to, run that by him.
Yeah,
see if
see
he
what he says.
doesn't mind.
Boots. The real Boots had to have been, that must have been his trademark. Or cowboy boots or something.
Yeah.
To get that nickname.
Probably.
We'll ask Steve.
There's Boots Blast.
Steve, did Boots, Steve might have gave him that nickname, come to think of it. We'll have to ask him.
I don't think so. I said Grantham. We're talking about George Grantham, the former Pirates second baseman. He played from 1925 through 1930.
Steve wasn't there then?
No.
Like maybe AAA?
He's going to get wind of this.
They have back then they had D-League stuff.
Oh, yeah.
He played with
That's true. Steve did play in those lettered leagues.
The lettered leagues.
George Boots Grantham, by the way, was from Flagstaff, Arizona, so I bet you're right.
Really?
Bet you were Cowboy Boots. Had to be it.
Flagstaff in 1930. Boy, that was an outpost. Wow.
Walker strikes out. That's the 4th K for Happ.
Elevation. This is right out of the Happ playbook. Fastballs up. Fastballs up. That's what you have to be able to have covered. That's probably about the spot that the ball was. Lee got his base hit the left. Tried to come up and in on him.
Ludwig with a fly ball out of play. Neil Huntington said several days ago that he now, looking back on it, wished he had not placed Ludwig on the DL. Just a couple of days would have taken care of the back spasms. As the Pirates general manager said, I'll wear this one. And no small thing to him. So it's very important that we treat all of our players. Just to show guys, new players, veterans like Lee and Ludwig, that Pirates will treat them professionally and with class. Pirates look toward the future and think down the road of trying to recruit free agents or be a trade.
Another thing too, you want to have a reputation of being a professional class organization, regardless. It's just, why wouldn't you want that? And why wouldn't you? You have to treat guys like that with respect that have been around. You traded for them.
Take the Pirates with you wherever you go this season. Subscribe to MLB.tv and see every Pirates game live or on demand on your computer and your favorite devices. Visit Pirates.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere. Lee quickly gets back as Carlos Lee applies the tag.
Lee to Lee. Both playing first, both hitting cleanup tonight. That's got to be sneaky fast, or whatever term you want to describe it. Guys just don't seem to react to his fastball like he's throwing 87 to 90. Like the first one was, I think it was 89, pretty much middle of the plate. Ronnie right through it. Didn't even tick it like it was 97. That one at 90 was a decent spot. Down and away. But his fastball plays harder than what we have seen. There you see the range. The 74 is obviously some off-speed pitches, but 92 was high on his fastball tonight. But I would say the average has probably been more like about 89.
Well, how about that? The leadoff hit by Derek Lee, and then Walker, Ludwig, Cedeno down on strikes. Some Valley fireworks night of the year. It's also an Eaton Park Scratch and Win Saturday. All fans get a scratch card good for prizes from Eaton Park. For tickets, visit Pirates.com. This coming Saturday night, don't miss out the finals of Valley fireworks night of the season. J.D. Martinez. Look at this, 2 pitches for Jared Hughes in his major league debut. 2 outs.
Obviously, he's very efficient.
He was a starter throughout his minor league career with the Pirates, before being converted to a reliever at AAA Indy and putting up those really good numbers with the Pirates' top farm club. Ball 1, sinker slider guy, he tells us. Carlos Lee, a 2-run homer in the first.
Couple of sinkers and a slider.
We, of course, all kinds of gypsies giving us all kinds of statistics.
They help us all the time.
Yeah, this particular bat, interesting to note, this is the most pitches he's thrown to any batter ever in his major league career. He's thrown 4 to Carlos Lee.
First time he's ever gone 2 balls on anybody.
Lee gets a piece of that one. 2-2 the count remains. Rookie against veteran here. Jared Hughes making his major league debut. Was not on the 40-man roster. Lee checks that slider. 3-2.
Hughes gives him the stare down, doesn't he?
He does.
That hat pulled
Means
way
business.
down. There's the sinker. The sinker being a 2-seam fastball.
And El Caballo pops up to Neil Walker. Two outs in the 5th inning. Check out our Nissan road ahead for the Pirates. Marlins in town for 3, and then the Cardinals finish up this particular homestand. 2 night games and then a Wednesday afternoon contest. Nissan presents the road ahead. Those times for Root Sports telecast. First pitch 7:05 Friday night. Broken bat, base hit. Matt Downs is 2 for 3. Brings up Jason Michaels. Tuesday night will be another all-access night here on Root Sports for our Pirates telecast. Player will be mic'd up. Clint Hurdle will talk to him during the game, talk to the starting pitcher. And lots more. Jason Michaels 0 for 2. Tap back to the mound.
Sinker worked that time.
Jared Hughes, the big right-hander. Fine start to his big league career. 1 1/3 scoreless so far. Pirates down 4-1. Welcome back. 4-1 Houston. Go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Jared Hughes, 1 1/3 scoreless innings of relief. Michael McHenry fouls the first pitch back. 4-1 Pirates trail it. McHenry and then the pitcher spot. Brandon Wood out on deck to bat for Hughes. McHenry walked in the 2nd against Jay Happ. Mentioned Happ losing 15 games this season and trying to avoid losing 20. Have an outside shot if he started the rest of the way that we've seen pitchers get shut down when they approach 20 over the years. It has been a long time in the National League since a pitcher lost 20. McHenry will be thrown out following the strikeout. That's 4 in a row for Happ. 4 punch-outs in a row. And now Brandon Wood pinch hitting for Hughes. The last 20-game loser in baseball, Mike Maroth and the Tigers lost 21 in 2003. And the last 20-game loser in the National League, Phil Niekro, in 1979, though Niekro won 21 that year.
Yeah, good vision that year. It's 2020.
Yeah.
He pitched about every other day. Knuckleball is amazing, isn't it?
I was just going to say, imagine
keep on throwing.
Another Wood probably lost 20. I would think Wilbur.
Yeah, wouldn't doubt it.
I know he had to have won 20 a couple of times.
Yeah, I really don't know why it's like a stigma. It's just a number, isn't it?
Well, it's become a very elusive number because, as I said, managers will shut. Yeah. Oftentimes, as I recall, Mike Maroth insisted on continuing to go out there. He didn't care about that number you talked about, losing. He didn't look at it like a stigma.
Yeah, this is, what does it actually mean like next year? Nothing.
Right.
Who cares?
Now, Wilbur Wood, the former knuckleballer, won 20 or more games 4 times, lost 21 season. Wood spent a couple of years with the Pirates, but had those successful seasons with the White Sox. Brandon Wood, no relation, walks against Jay Happ. The only other 20-game loser in Astros history, Dick Farrell, Turk, lost 20 in 1962. Talking nicknames, Turk Farrell, Jay Happ, J period A period Happ.
Got a lot of initials on that team, don't they?
He prefers not to be called J.A. Happ. Insistent that it's just J. Happ.
J.R. Tolles, J.B. Shuck.
Yeah.
J.D. Martinez. And it does say J period A period Happ. Wouldn't it be funny if his first name was J.Y.? Does it say there what his first name actually is?
I think they took it out of their media guide.
Yeah, it's not even in
They
there.
had it last year.
Maybe he legally changed his name to just J. A.
James
Did he do
Anthony.
that?
It's James Anthony Happ.
Oh,
Spring Valley, Illinois. Drafted by the Phillies in the 3rd round at the 2004 free amateur draft out of Northwestern University. Alex Presley struck out looking in the 1st, swinging in the 3rd, and
sometimes
he's in the hole 1 and 2.
nickname like that. I'm sure he's been called Jay for years and years and years, and it comes like your first name. Probably maybe has a relative J. Anthony.
Base hit to right. A little bobble and a kick from Michaels, but that won't affect the play as Wood holds at second. A base hit for Presley. Pirates have runners at first and second. Just the third hit of the night for the Bucks against Jay Happ.
Dribbling it in, wasn't he? Knocked it down, kicked it.
Could have pulled was it Paul O'Neill who did that many years ago?
Yeah.
Literally kicked it perfectly from shallow right to the first baseman because he couldn't pick it up.
One of those fastballs again. Don't get foul tipped. Like Jim DeShays was years and years ago.
Deceiving.
Yeah,
got there quick.
Astro left-hander that wasn't a real hard thrower, big guy, but he threw a lot of fastballs, liked to work upstairs, and just couldn't get on top of his fastball. You get a lot of pop-ups, swings and misses, lazy flyouts. There's Jim. He's over in the TV booth of the Astros tonight.
Down 3, 1 out, 2 on. Josh Harrison. Count stays 0-2.
We're talking about hitters, the little things they do every time. Josh, he kicks the head of his bat twice every time before he steps in. I'm sure they don't even think about it. It's nothing that doing it probably since Little League.
Becomes so routine.
Yeah.
We're talking about Jason Michaels kicking that ball around. This is what we're talking about. Paul O'Neill then with the Reds several years ago. Can't get a handle, so kick it perfectly to first.
Beautifully done. Left-footed. Carol, you trim him. Gypsies are unbelievable.
They are. You talk about anything, they've got video on it, don't they?
Amazing.
They travel with a separate trailer with all this video? What do they do?
They must. It's magic, I think.
Mm-hmm. 1-2 now on Harrison. .100 pitches thrown by Jay Happ. Wood danced off the bag a little bit at second. Presley was actually more aggressive.
I don't know why Quintero threw that down.
And Wood was on his way back.
You know, I think he thought Wood wasn't looking. It had to be why he threw it.
Jay Happ strikes out his 8th.
And that one he reached back on a little bit. Got up there 92. A little extra. There it is again. Perfect spot. Down and away. 92 miles an hour. That was his high, wasn't it? When we showed his range. So he gave him the best.
Happ 2 shy of his career high in strikeouts. He struck out 10 Rockies August 5th, 2009. This is the 5th time this year he struck out 8 batters in a game.
Well, Happ is aware of McCutcheon's numbers against him, I have to believe. They did not want to pitch to him right here without having a little conference. Or a long, we'll say a long conference. I've been talking about it for a while.
Doug Brocail's going to come out.
Now they were talking together for what, a good like 45 seconds.
Wow. That was it. Brocail. First Light cold hard blast, first inning. Andrew McCutchen hammers his 21st home run of the year over the right center field wall, opposite field. Cold hard blast brought to you by Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. And hits this one deep. If it's fair, this is gone. It's a 2-homer night for Kutch, and it's tied with one swing of the bat.
Well, they talked about it and talked about it and talked some more, and then one pitch, gone. Remember his last at bat, Greg, where hit a 3-1 pitch, popped it out beyond second base. He just missed driving that one out of the ballpark. Very close to having a 3-home run night. He's just all over Happ. Pretty much right down the middle. Sure, that's not what they talked about. They couldn't have decided after all that, okay, we'll start him off with a fastball center cut right down the middle. And that had to be just a failure to execute.
For all, 22 home runs on the year, and now with 85 runs batted in. Third career 2-homer game. Second this year. Also made the 10th against the Dodgers for McCutchen. Of course, McCutchen enjoyed a 3-homer game a couple of years ago.
You know what's odd about tonight, Greg, is that short wall down the line. We don't see, but maybe a handful of balls go over that all year in that spot. And they're peppering it tonight, both teams.
I know we sound redundant when we talk about this ballpark, the beauty of it, the nuances, but one of the things I find most interesting, that depending on the type or when you're playing during the course of the season, the ball will travel differently.
Oh, definitely changes the way the ballpark plays.
Derek Lee's second hit. There are times, it seems like early in the year, there's almost a jet stream out toward right center. And as Bob said, another one hit this way, deep over the left field wall.
Just don't have that many, it seems like, hit down that left field line. Tonight, they're just rocketing out here down that line.
3 by the Astros down the left field line, and McCutchen now, who also homered over the right center field wall.
That one got all the way to the base of the rotunda. McCutchen, you know, he's got a legitimate shot at going over 25 home runs on the year. Very legitimate shot at doing that.
Trying for it again, Neil Walker.
But you see Andrew, and he just you don't think, oh, there's a home run hitter. But boy, does he have the power.
Michael McHenry and McCutchen pretending they've got the shake weight going. Neil Walker takes high 2-1.
A little blade thing in the trainer's room I was looking at the other day, kind of neat. See that, Craig?
No, I haven't.
It's like a sword, but with a handle in the middle of it.
Is that one we might see out?
Shakes up, and down.
Is it mobile enough that we might see it in the dugout, like we've seen the shake weight with McCutchen?
Yeah, it's a little big for that. I think we're going to keep that one out of the dugout.
McCutchen now with the 85 RBIs to lead the Pirates. Last year, Garrett Jones was the RBI leader with 86. McCutchen will top that, of course, easily, and shot at 100 ribbies. Jason Bay, the last Pirate to drive in 100. That was 5 years ago. Long inning for Happ, and right now the bullpen remains quiet. 2 outs. Walker worked to reach. You have to believe that Brad Mills would get that pen working. Pitcher spot to a third in the bottom or the top of the 6th inning.
I don't think he'll be working anyway where the inning's gone for him.
I thought after the McCutchen home run they'd get somebody up.
The month of September too, with all the expanded rosters, you can afford to get somebody up at the drop of a hat.
10 relievers listed for the Astros available. Happ has thrown 115 pitches tonight.
There we go. Now the phone is rang.
Season high for Happ, 119 pitches thrown back on May the 19th against the St. Louis Cardinals. He's approaching that number. And Walker going to extend the at-bat. Another foul ball down that side. Most of Major League clubs loaded bullpens, and the Astros no exception.
Yeah, Greg, we get another run home here. Hughes has been pitcher record.
That's right. Well, wouldn't they love to do that for Hughes?
Yeah.
Get him a run.
Get him a win tonight.
W. 3-2. That's a great point. And Burris off the hook. Hughes, who 1 1/3 in his Major League debut, thanks to Andrew McCutchen. The make-believe.
That's right. I believe you.
Ball 4. This is when it really gets interesting.
Single now.
Now it's Ludwig, a right-hand hitter. You're going to buy some time. I guess you can always do that. Always ways to buy the bullpen enough time, even though he just got up.
Yeah, you can sit out here until the umpire comes out.
Throw over to first base 10 times.
They've already had a visit to the mound. Remember the visit that
that's right.
Like didn't really happen?
That's right.
Went out, was there for a second and a half, turned around and ran off.
Yep.
Well, that takes that off the table as far as a way to slow things down. But you can call for some step-offs, a couple pick-off throws. As you said, Greg, you can slow it down. The master of that is La Russa. If he wants to take some time off the clock and get somebody loose in the bullpen, we've seen him do that many a time.
Brad Mills going to let him face Ludwig. Wilton Lopez is the right-hander loosening.
How many pitches he's thrown just this inning? We had him well up over 30, didn't we?
Yeah.
Already?
And Ludwig just gets under that one. With a home run up an elevator shaft, as Bob Prince liked to say. The Pirates get another home run from Andrew McCutchen, a 2-dinger night. Pirates center fielder, this one with 2 aboard, ties the game at 4. The pierogi race is going to be a close one.
Oh!
Who do we have a winner?
Hope
Chester.
you had your 3D glasses on. They were coming right at you.
Chester was the winner. Hey, Paul Mahalam and his son Wyatt.
Yeah.
Reading the pierogies. Paul Mahalam shut down for the rest of the season, placed on the 60-day disabled list yesterday, along with Kevin Correa, transferred from the 15-day DL. Now, Daniel McCutchen appears in his 66th game of the season, facing Barmas, Quintero, and then a pinch hitter.
Well, the bullpen vultures can get in line now. There's a win for somebody. Coming in a tie game.
Barmas homered off the starter Burris in the 4th inning, singled his first time. Two count on Barmas.
You ever been bitten by one of those, Greg?
Bitten by one? No. They bite, really?
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Even though they bit you?
Yeah, I had one bite me one time.
Come on.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
They don't bite.
Yeah, they do. Yep. I tried to, like, grab a hold of one, thinking hey, they don't bite. It got me. See that beak they have right there?
Yeah. Oh. What happened to it?
They eat all kinds of bugs. They're like a predator bug. And they get that beak, it chops them right in half.
Did you really feel them bite you?
Oh, yeah, right on my finger. Got me good. I'm gonna find one and
have them bite me.
I'm going to put it on your neck.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, you don't believe me. We'll see how you
don't worry.
Like it when it bites your neck.
Well, then I'll grab a spider and throw one on your neck and let's have a standoff.
I won't be standing if there's a spider on my neck. Look, there it is. See, look, it's getting ready to bite. See, they're okay when you just like
that's
let
pretty
them,
cool. The
them,
HH cam. Look at that
man,
shot.
Look at that. How awesome is that?
How about that? What a shot. And look at this. Get away. Those things bite.
He knows. He knows.
Dun, 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 dun.
Praying mantis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll bite you. Grab a hold of one, Greg, next time. Sneak up behind them. Grab them.
Okay. Of course, this coming from a guy who I understand, I didn't see it, but on the golf course once went up and grabbed an armadillo.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have any problem with an armadillo.
I dropped him right away. I know that.
What made you go up and grab an armadillo anyway?
What are they going to do?
Well, why would you do it? It's just my question.
I wanted to get a better look at him.
A better look. So you went up and grabbed him.
I grabbed him by the tail and picked him up.
You got to quit grabbing these things that might bite, Bob.
They didn't bite. You know what? The armadillo, they scream incredibly loud.
Blood-chilling shriek, huh?
Yeah. They try to scare you to death.
Well, yeah. Praying mantis can't hear it at all, but feel that bite. Armadillo, pick it up, it'll scream.
All they are is like a possum with a shell on their back.
Okay.
I'm sure you've picked up plenty of possums.
Sure, of course.
Yeah.
All the time.
Everybody's picked up a possum.
Absolutely.
They just, what do? They play possum.
The spider's different. Sounds like a really good future DQ text poll question.
Which
would you rather grab? Armadillo, opossum, praying mantis.
What would you pick up?
Add snake for Steve's benefit, okay? Right at Presley. Time now for our Coors Light Freeze Cam. Brought to you by Coors Light. Off the foul pole. Matt Downs. Coors Light Freeze Cam. Brought to you by Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. First inning home run by Matt Downs. Brett Wallace will pinch hit for Jay Happ, who went 5. Gave up 5 hits, 4 runs.
Wallace got to sit down, had he?
Just called up. It was interesting when they decided to shake things up.
Thought he was like one of the future guys, and next thing you know, he was
bypassed by those 3 guys from Double-A. Brett Wallace. Pirates bullpen Tony Watson loosens. Wallace was acquired from Toronto in that Anthony Ghost deal. Ghost came over along with Jay Happ from the Phillies, and then they immediately traded Ghost to Toronto to get Brett Wallace, who was a former first-round pick of the Cardinals in 2008.
Not that long ago, 2008.
Most believe that he was going to be their first baseman for the short and long term, the Astros, but struggled last season and given the opportunity to play this year. Runner goes from first on the 2-1. It's fouled out of play.
They're getting pretty good production out of left field. We were talking about all those rookie RBIs earlier.
Rather than call up Wallace, they brought up J.D. Martinez. Martinez to play left and moved Carlos Lee to first.
So that's kind of a tough thing for Wallace. Martinez doing great. You know that Lee's going to play somewhere. The only other place he can play is first. So you lose your position.
Double play ball. 4-6-3. Taylor made and turned by Walker, Cedeno, and Derek Lee. 26 starts this season, 6-14, 3.66 ERA. What about this particular stint on the disabled list? First time in his career. We talked to Paul Mahalem earlier.
Some 7 starts down the year and not be able to pitch is disappointing, but like I told Neil and Clinton, all them, this is probably my first common sense move from my careers to just say let's not push it and let's make sure we're good to go and not taking a chance to make one start and try and prove I'm healthy and then all of a sudden something else pop up.
Our injury update thanks to our friends at Allegheny General Hospital Sports Medicine, official medical provider of the Pittsburgh Pirates. And we'll just have to wait and see in terms of whether Paul Mahalem returns to the Pirates. The Pirates have a $9.75 million club option for next season. David Carpenter takes over for Jay Happ. Cedeno has popped up and struck out. Michael McHenry follows, then a pinch hitter.
Carpenter, West Virginia boy, isn't he?
He is, yep.
Down the road a little bit. Bucko fan. Now here he is at PNC Park.
Born and raised in Fairmont. To West Virginia University, drafted as a catcher. 3-1 on Cedeno.
Definitely got a fine arm. Stay up there in the mid-90s. Quite a bit of the time down in Houston. A couple of 94s in a row.
Still 3-2. Carpenter was drafted by the Cardinals in the 12th round in 2006. And 2 years later converted to a pitcher. Picked up last summer by the Astros when Houston sent Pedro Feliz to the Cardinals. Down on strikes goes Cedeno for the second time. Jay Happ struck out 8 in 5 innings.
Oh, looked like might even have a little movement on it. 94 miles an hour. Sink action, perhaps.
Carpenter has spent some time this year at both AA and AAA. Ball one on McHenry with Xavier Paul coming out on deck. Pirates and Stros tied at 4. Astros about hit the Bucks 8-5.
They're AA Corpus Christi.
It is. AAA affiliate now in Oklahoma City. Popped up to left. J.D. Martinez makes the catch.
It's got to be a warm place in the summer, huh? Corpus Christi. We know how hot Houston is. Move farther south. I'm sure they don't play in a dome.
No. Any armadillos down there?
A lot of them.
Yeah.
A lot of armadillos. It was a Florida armadillo that I picked up, by the way. I knew that was your next question.
Yeah, it was. I just got getting some of these Root Sports text the booth questions. Somebody just asked, isn't it illegal to kill a praying mantis?
I didn't kill a praying mantis. I let it go after he tried to kill me.
Oh, okay.
And I let him go. And to answer that question, I'm going to say no. I don't think a praying mantis is an endangered species or protected by the federal government. It might be like a cricket on the hearth. You know, you don't want to kill one of those. That's good luck.
But not illegal.
Yeah, probably not going to get.
Just bad luck. It is illegal. By the way, there's some weird laws in Texas. We got more texts coming in. It is illegal. This is true. Illegal to shoot a buffalo from the second story of a hotel.
Oh yeah.
Did you know that?
Of course I knew that.
Oh.
That's on the. Ever when you get your packet when we check in Houston?
It says that.
You ever read it? Yeah. Cannot, if you're from the second floor or above, you can't shoot the buffalo.
Did not know that.
In case one walks by out on the street.
Also illegal to sell one's eye in Texas. So we're getting all kinds of texts. Last couple, you know what sparked this?
You can't sell body parts anywhere, Greg.
Well, but especially in Texas on the second floor. We're just getting all kinds of texts because, you know, Blast started this.
They did.
With his, I want to say, rambling. He waxed poetic about the weather last night. And that led to a DQ text poll question. He just came in the booth between innings, so concerned about you and this praying mantis thing and the armadillo.
I know all about it. And he also said that, yes, Boots did wear cowboy boots, and that's why they gave him the nickname, yes.
1, 2, 3. The Pirates go down against David Carpenter in the 6th. We'll move to the 7th inning, still tied at 4. Boy, some fabulous shots from the AGH cam, including one of Jared Hughes. His major league debut tonight. He went 1 1/3 scoreless innings, followed by Daniel McCutcheon, who pitched the 6th. And now it's Chris LaRue appearing in his 14th game this season for the Bucks, and the top of the order for Houston as we start the 7th inning tied at 4. Jason Bourgeois 1 for 3. Those 3 at bats against starter Brian Burris.
Bourgeois, a couple little peaks down the line. He's thinking he might bunt. We'll check to see where Harrison was. He didn't look that time. Josh, and good 4 or 5 feet in front of the baseline. Move back now. There's 2 strikes. Stay on the chalk, though. Playing no doubles. Doesn't want anything hit down that line fair.
We said Bourgeois has been starting against lefties and Bogusevic against righties. Tap foul. Bourgeois hitting only .233 against righties. .366 against lefties. This is the thing that managers and organizations face, Bob, with young players, is when do they get enough at bats to determine he's got to become a platoon player?
Yeah, that might be what all this is about right here. This would be a perfect place for Schaefer to hit, right?
Yeah.
But, might want to see, let's give him some rope, see what he does with this at bat. It's an important one, obviously. Tie game, 7th inning. You're leading off. And there's a right-hander. How do you handle it?
He's worked it full.
One of those youngsters that had an opportunity this year. Paredes on deck. I was pretty impressed with Paredes running yesterday. I was surprised that he moves out pretty well for a third baseman. Beat out a double play ball, beat out another ground ball up the middle for a base hit.
So has had some base running
decision
problems,
wise.
yeah.
Decision, not speed wise, but decision wise.
Last
made
night,
some mistakes.
Last night thrown out at the plate, and the 9th inning on Monday afternoon. Caught between 2nd and 3rd when his team was down by a couple. Thrown out. Cedeno retires the speedy Bourgeois. Sunday, the Pirates and Marlins meet here at 1:35. All kids 14 and under get a pair of Pirate slippers, courtesy of Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. Come early for the #1 Cochran Kids Fun Zone on Federal Street. Stay after the game. All youngsters can run the bases thanks to H.K. Anderson Pretzels. Go to Pirates.com for tickets.
Fall's coming. Those look like to keep your toes warm.
Yeah, they'll be perfect for fall and winter, so make sure you get your tickets. Come on out. See the Pirates and Marlins play on Sunday afternoon.
Put my slippers on for the first time today. I'm just kind of a flip-flop guy.
Right.
Today, this morning, I went slipper for a little while. A little cool outside. Didn't want to get my toes cold.
Nope. Plus protects you from praying mantises.
Yeah, you don't
outside.
They can nip you.
Yeah.
Armadillos. Thank goodness we don't have armadillos in Pennsylvania. A lot of possums, though.
Yeah, we got another text, by the way, from Rod. Thanks to Rod for texting the booth. Our Root Sports texts the booth. This ball, fly ball to left field. He tells us that possums have the most teeth among all land mammals.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know it before you picked up an armadillo.
No, because they're kind of like an armored possum, so I probably wouldn't have done it if
right.
I knew that.
You can text the booth. Comments and questions, 412-412. Message and data rates may apply. Keyword booth to 412-412. Keyword booth.
You know what? I wonder if praying mantis, if you could train them to get rid of stink bugs in your house.
Train them?
Yeah.
How would you go about training them, I wonder?
They could just pick them up, carry them, and release them outside because, they got those long arms. They can fly. and then give them a little bite before you let them go, so that just drop them down. We're getting that time of year again, aren't we?
Yeah.
They'll be coming out.
You betcha.
Jeff in Salt Lake City tells us it's illegal to kill a seagull in that state. Thanks for that. Texting the booth. And thanks to Chris LaRue. It's a 1-2-3 top of the 7th. We're going to keep it right here. Pirates and Astros meeting for the final time this season, and take me out to the ball game time.
We invite you now to stand. Follow.
We're going to train them to eat stink bugs.
Stink bug removal force. You'd have to have a lot of them. Get about 20 or 30 of them in your house.
Right. It'll be well worth it.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Give them names, nicknames, of course.
Fernando Rodriguez takes over, starting the bottom of the 7th inning. Game summary here. The Pirates and the Astros tied at 4. Houston has out-hit Pittsburgh 8-5, but 2 of the Pirates' hits have been homers from McCutchen. Solo shot and a 3-run dinger. Astros have hit 3 home runs. Jared Hughes, Major League debut. 1 1/3 with 1 hit, no runs. Now Presley. 1 for 3 against the lefty starter Happ. Presley 1 for 10 in this series. Carpenter a 1-2-3-6. McCutchen due up 3rd in the inning. He's hit 2 home runs already in his first 3 at bats. Line drive, right center. 2-hit night for Presley.
A couple of hits in a row after a slow start against the Astros. Cubbies couldn't get him out. And then couldn't get a hit till the last 2 times up. We got speed on now to lead the hitting off. I believe Joss will drop down a bunt here.
Gets it down.
Nice bunt, dude.
So runner at second base. Andrew McCutchen talked about his 3-homer game August 1st, 2009 here against the Washington Nationals. First one over the left field wall. This is his second. Again went to left, this line drive home run. And this one, he knew it was gone. His third home run, well back behind the left field wall. 3-homer night and a curtain call for Andrew McCutchen, August 1st, 2009.
That second one was a bullet, wasn't it?
Yeah.
As it came off the bat, the trajectory, real flat.
Now with 22 home runs on the season and 85 RBIs, with Presley in scoring position. Big cut and a miss.
I don't think Rodriguez is going to throw him a fastball, at least not for a strike. 2 hooks in a row. I think they're done throwing him fastballs.
Yeah.
If they throw him a fastball, they don't want it to be in the strike zone. Rodriguez won't want it in the strike zone. Quintero shouting out what he wants him to do. Just show it to him. Don't throw him a strike.
Andrew McCutchen, who coming into this game was 2 for his last 20 at bats.
2 strikes. It's awfully hard to sit on anything, but I think they're going to throw that hook again.
Have to believe it. Now Quintero going to call timeout and walk out to talk to Rodriguez. Andrew McCutchen tonight. This is in the first inning. Look at this shot over the right center field wall to the Riverwalk. And then after they talked happened, Quintero and even Doug Brocail briefly how to pitch to McCutchen. He hit this 3-run shot.
Both home runs, just no doubt. Yep. He'd be a strong man to hit a couple of balls like that.
Well, again, that fastball not for a strike. Upstairs, 2-2.
You wonder why they threw that second one. You gotta believe they're going to try and get him out with a curveball.
Now chasing 3-2.
And now what's happened? Now it's
right.
a 3-2 count. I think they've put themselves in a little bit of a box there. He could have took 2 shots at bouncing a curveball instead of that last fastball way up out of the zone.
Three-two pitch to McCutchen. Lays off. First and second now for Derek Lee.
They got to 0-2 real quick. They were being real bold. Threw a curveball for strike 1. Came into the strike zone again with a curveball for strike 2, and then they wanted no part of it. It was like after they went 0-2, here, intentional walk.
Derek Lee, 2 for 3. Fastball for a strike. He struck out his first at bat against the lefty Jay Happ. Then he led off the 4th inning with a base hit to left. In the 5th inning, following the McCutchen home run, he singled to right. Oh, 2.
That hook again. the strike zone. Nobody's touched it. Still 3 of them in there. One was the first one he threw, taken for a strike. And a couple that no contact on the swing.
Great speed on the bases. 1-2 count on Derek Lee with 1 out. Tied in the 7th at 4 all.
Outfield really playing him cheap right now, too.
Yeah. And Rodriguez gets him. Fernando Rodriguez strikes out Derek Lee for the 2nd out.
Now that sequence there was what I thought they would try to do to McCutchen. Got ahead 0-2, show him a fastball out of the zone, go back to the hook. Fastball in for a strike. Now they came with that real good curveball. Now they showed him a fastball up and now came back with the hook. Put it right on the ground behind the plate. They pitched Lee extremely tough.
See how they pitch Walker. Ball 1. Fernando Rodriguez actually much more effective against lefties. They're hitting only .203 against him. Right-handed hitters over 300. Ball and a strike. Walker, free pass in the 5th. Fly to left, struck out his first 2 ABs against the starter Happ. Here are the splits. Snap throw to second. Presley practically crawling back toward the end.
They had a play on, and Quintero is almost like he doesn't care. It's 2-0. Look where he's set up. He's all about making a throw. He set up off the plate outside so he could get a good pitch to throw on. That's all he was. He was all worried about making that throw. And now it's 3-0. Pitch well out of there.
Now 3-2. Here we go.
Runners are off.
Pirates are 31-21 this year when Neil Walker has at least an RBI. He has 79 on the year. Ground ball to second. Downs on first. Pirates strand a couple. Still tied at PNC Park through 7th.
featuring handcrafted Amish furniture. Let's go Bucks!
From Pittsburgh, in PNC Park, the Pirates and Astros playing the finale, the rubber match of their 3-game series. And game number 18 of their season series. The Pirates have won 10 of the first 17 games between the two clubs. Chris LaRue pitched a 1-2-3 8th inning last night, a 1-2-3 7th inning this evening. Faces Carlos Lee. Watson and Grilly. Loaded bullpen, of course. Clint Hurdle has said that apparently there's some serious discussion about in the future, maybe as early as next year, September 1st, you can call up to 15 extra players. This ball hit toward right center, and Ludwig is there. But that in the future, they're hopeful that both clubs each night will have to basically exchange rosters rather than just lineup cards. Here are the 25 players that we would use tonight, and here are the healthy scratches.
They've talked about this. I mean, I can remember them talking about this when I was still playing. I mean, this has been an idea that's been batted around a long. I can remember Leland talking about this years ago. And
yeah, I know Leland doesn't like it.
And it hasn't happened.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'll believe it when I see it. I mean, they've been talking about this kind of like how hockey does for at least 20 years.
What would the argument be against it? Do you know?
Well, I don't understand what the purpose of it for it is.
Just so that
tell me what the argument for it is.
So you don't manage differently in September. That you, both managers have just 25 guys, which is what you have from April through.
No,
August.
you don't. You have 40, up to 40 in September.
25.
That's been the rules forever.
Yeah, I know.
So why change the rules?
I guess what they're saying is that.
So I don't like the fact that you're changing the rules of baseball. I don't see a reason to change. What's the negative thing about it? That I don't get it. Why do people care so much? I think it's neat.
Do you really?
Yeah. I don't see what the problem is, and that's why I don't think nothing has been done over 20 years.
I think it's been silly for baseball to do it for so long. That all of a sudden change things after.
But that's
August.
the rules. It's the same for everybody.
Of course, but baseball's rules have changed. Things change.
Well, yeah, not for the good. Name one rule that's changed for the good.
3 strikes, you're out.
In the last century.
Oh, okay, well, now we're going to break it down to the last century.
Yeah, in the last century.
Okay.
I don't know. It's not broke. Don't fix it. I think September baseball has always been very interesting to me. I love seeing the new guys come up, and I think it's fun.
I will remember this.
All right, sure.
Ricky.
But like I said,
and Adam, can you please record that?
You know, I can remember when I was a player, Jim Leland bringing this up, because I know he doesn't like the rosters being expanded. And that's well over 20 years ago.
One of the reasons Leland doesn't like it is because you've got all these available guys and you use them as a manager. And here comes Clint Hurdle. He's going to one of his available pitchers. He's got plenty available. Tony Watson coming on. 2 for Andrew McCutchen, 3 for Ryan Domit, 4 for Derek Lee. Standard text rates apply, 412-412. And boy, it's really gotten interesting here. Now
Ryan's
Domit
dominating.
Despite McCutchen's 2-homer night. Now as we speak, we see Walker start to creep up. Fun to watch it in real time as these texts are coming in. 412-412.
Now this is a non-scientific poll.
It is? Well, now you tell us. Brian Bogusevic facing the lefty Watson. And 1 pitch. 1 out. The final out for the top of the 8th inning. We're all heading to the bottom of the 8th. Domit's career numbers at PNC Park. 41st career home run was hit by Ryan Domit last night here in this yard, 4th on the all-time list. 55th home run as a Pirates catcher, 3rd most in Bucco history, behind now only Jason Kendall and Tony Pena.
You got to believe, we're talking about the leadership role, and part of that is, everyone's going to come back for next year. Well, if he's back next year, he's going to blow by those guys. He'll be the all-time Pirate home run leader for that position for sure.
Brian Bogusevic stays in the game to play right. By the way, now that McCutchen has homered twice, that's home runs in 5 straight games for the Pirates, a season high, as Ryan Ludwig fouls the pitch off from Wilton Lopez. Fernando Rodriguez, scoreless 7th. And who will be tonight's hero as we are on a tie game? Will it be a Pirate? Will it be an Astro?
Tell by the sound that just wasn't going to have enough.
To J.D. Martinez in left as Joel Hanrahan starts to loosen up. We have a pinch hitter for Ronnie Cedeno. Ludwig has walked and
Garrett Jones.
Yep. Ludwig walk and then 0 for 3. His return to the Buccos. Garrett Jones comes to play. We talk about that platoon question. And we were watching Jason Bourgeois face the righty Chris LaRue. And during the offseason, the Pirates signed free agent Matt Diaz, hoping that Diaz and Jones would be a nice platoon combination in right field. Jones against righties, Diaz against lefties. Has not necessarily worked out as planned. And now the question will be, where does Garrett Jones fit in? And a nice ground single to center field. A pinch hit base hit for Garrett Jones with one away. And now Ryan Doumit will pinch hit for McHenry.
If Ryan hits a home run here, does it count as a catcher? Well, he's hitting for McHenry.
Yeah, my guess is.
Now, what if he was pitching for a pitcher?
I was going to say this would not count as a catcher. No, it's a pinch hit home run. Chase Darno, always aggressive on the bases. Runs for Jones. Ball one, not close. Doumit bats for McHenry. Oh, Darno is leaning. 2-0. Chase Darno is 9 for 9 in stolen base attempts at the big league level this season. And a base hit. Runners at first and second. Clint Hurdle calls on a couple of pinch hitters, Garrett Jones and Ryan Doumit. They deliver.
Well, with the right levers. When that pulled the ball away from him, put it on the ground, but hit it sharply and hit it in the hole. Double play opportunity there.
Jason Jaramillo, the third catcher currently on the roster, and a switch hitter, will pinch hit. 0 for 2 as a pinch hitter since being recalled from AAA last Thursday.
I've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What, 7 players used in the last like 2 minutes?
Here comes another.
3 minutes.
Sergio Escalona, the lefty, will turn Jaramillo around. Dickey pitched a good one against the Marlins in Miami. 1-0. Padres beat the Giants 3-1. That was Aaron Harang getting the W. They were postponed in Washington. The Nationals were to host the Braves. In the top of the ninth, the Phillies and Atlanta tied at 2. 2-2 top of the fourth inning. Diamondbacks and Rockies. Those are the Dodgers playing the Nationals, postponed. Tigers 8-6 winners over the Indians in Cleveland. Final in 11. The Orioles defeat the Yankees at Yankee Stadium in 10. A walk-off win. The Rays beat the Rangers. Athletics blank the Royals 7-0. Red Sox have a 2-run lead at Toronto in the top of the 8th inning with the Twins up by 1. The White Sox, the Mariners, and Angels play a little bit later on. Strike called on Jaramillo. The numbers on Escalona. With one out, Jaramillo now in the hole 0-2.
Darno wants to run. With shock.
And he's always looking to take that extra base.
Yeah, even if he doesn't have the green light, he's jumping off, trying to be aggressive. Kind of trying to talk Clint in, like, look at how big a lead I can get. Come on, give me a green light. He is not shy about going after that next base.
Hurdle talked about before the game about how the Pirates haven't stolen third base as much as we need to do or as we're capable of doing.
I think Darno was the guy that was probably the best candidate for that. To steal third, I think you have to be unafraid. If you're bold, well, that's probably the easiest base to steal. You can get a massive jump. If they do that, you can look off as silly if you're trying to get that massive jump and they pull the inside move.
Brown single to right field. Darno going to be waved. Here's the throw to the plate. Won't get him. Jason Jaramillo. He's now caught between first and second and stumbles. And because of that, he's still in the rundown. And he is finally out. Now the throw to the plate. And he is out. Dolan is tagged out. A wild finish.
Yeah, we got our run.
Jaramillo. A pinch hit single. 3 consecutive pinch hit singles, and this one leads to a run. And now Joel Hanrahan will come on to try and save it. to Quintero. The throw to Barmes. Jaramillo will slip. Barmes keeps looking toward third. Now throws back to Downs, who throws to the plate. And Domet is tagged out. Chase Darno stays in the game.
That wasn't Downs that threw home, was it?
I believe. I'm not sure. Who would it have been? Let's see. It could have been, yeah, it had to be Downs, didn't it?
I think it was the pitcher.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
Wow.
I mean, it was getting crazy out there.
Wow.
It was getting crazy. That was a nice throw by the. It was a lefty, whoever it is.
No, that's Bogusevic. He came in from right.
Yeah, okay. I knew it was a lefty. That was a heck of a throw to the plate.
Well, that's a right fielder's throw to the plate.
Yeah.
How about that?
I knew it was a lefty. I'm thinking, pitchers don't make that throw from second all the way to the plate.
Bogusevic. Guns toward the plate.
Just add another little dimension to it. Now that was classic September baseball, that inning.
That's why you enjoy it so much.
How about that inning?
Yeah.
None of that would have ever happened except for September baseball
right.
rules.
Yep.
You get all the pinch hitters, everybody involved, pinch runners, put a bunch of speed out there. That was fun, wasn't it?
Absolutely. 9-6, 2-9-2, and it's a double play. You've convinced me, Bob.
All right.
Let's expand them to 50 if you need them. Watch. Bogusevic will come in as Barmes looks. Here's Bogusevic on your screen. And here's the gun toward the plate.
Got him. We got our lead. And we got Joel on the mound.
And you got Harrison guarding the line and in, and he will retire Shuck. Wow, what a finish. One away in the ninth. Subway, in case you missed it. Action around baseball. Justin Verlander won his 10th straight, 22nd of the season. Desmond Jennings, a walk-off homer, leading off the 10th against Texas. Guillermo Moscoso, 8 2/3 of no-hit baseball, lost it in the 8th. Ian Kinsler, 2 homers against the Rays today, 7 homers in 7 games this month for Ian Kinsler. Some of the wild happenings in baseball tonight. Alberto Quintero faces Hanrahan. Ground ball to short. 2 outs.
Joel being a little quick about it tonight.
Man, live. Hammer time. I'm going to try and nail it down in a hurry. And time is running out for you to grab your tickets for these Hammer Time t-shirts. Free Shirt Friday. Coming up Friday when the Pirates host the Marlins at 7:05. Courtesy Edgar Snyder and Associates. Don't forget, out on Federal Street before the game, enjoy live music and festivities during the Barrel Kia Block Party. Go to pirates.com/Free Shirt Friday. Entertaining game tonight as the Pirates came back down early 3-0. Later it was 4-1. 2-homer night from McCutchen. 3 straight pinch hit singles in the bottom of the 8th inning, producing the go-ahead run. And now Jordan Schaefer, another pinch hitter in the inning.
How about that hammer?
Drop the hammer down right
like
here.
That shirt.
One ball, one strike on the pinch hitter, Jordan Schaefer. Hanrahan 35 for 38 in save situations on the year. One more out and Clint Hurdle will reach a milestone. It'll be his 600th win as a Major League manager. Bucks will take the season series regardless. One more out, they'll have 11 victories in 18 ball games against the Astros on the year. Get the Pirates to 66 and 77 for the season. 3-2. Strike three. Nail it down, Hammer. Raise the Jolly Roger. Andrew McCutchen, a 2-homer night. 4 RBIs. The Pirates come back and down the Houston Astros.
McCutchen, a legitimate shot at getting up to 100 RBIs. Clint Hurdle, 600 career wins. As a manager, he's got to feel good about this one tonight. Very entertaining 9th inning, wouldn't you say, Greg?
Yes, I would, Bob. An entertaining ball game. Wild one. And no rain. Pirates win at 5-4. See you on Friday night. Stay tuned. Pirates post game is coming up next on Root Sports.